Heidi and Frank show. Did you ever give us the answer, Heidi? The 250,000 guys?
I did not. Teasing.
Okay, we'll find out that answer, but first we got to get Todd Hoffman and Jack Hoffman in here from Gold Rush.
Yeah. Macho.
Come on in here. Where are they? Are they out in the hallway?
Oh, macho manly men.
That's the only time they don't rush. They're Gold Rush guys. There they are.
There they are.
Have a seat, fellas.
Hi, sir. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming on the show. Todd Hoffman, Jack.
Look at them. They're all cleaned up.
I know.
All cleaned up real nice. Look at that.
That Alaskan dirt washes off pretty easily, it seems like.
Should I put my headphones
So, yeah.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
On.
Thank you.
Yeah, loving the show. #1 show on Discovery Channel. You guys are, I think what people, we're rooting for you. Everyone is like hoping. We're all right there in that, with you out of every bucket when you're looking at the stuff and you get excited. But when you get excited, and I was like, is that...
You want to see it? You want to see it?
Didn't that stuff come in the pan? Really, what are they looking at here?
Yeah. Everybody's kind of... living through us, and we're not professional miners, so I think that's what makes it pretty cool, because everybody at home is like,
that could be me.
They've kind of grown, and learned right along with us. So it's really cool for everybody to, if we do have a victory, then everybody jumps in and is like, hey, this is great. It's like our victory,
Todd Hoffman's with us, Jack Hoffman, and Gold Rush is the #1 show on Discovery Channel. This is going to be your 3rd season.
He brought gold.
I brought a nugget to show you
guys. Have to have. I was like, these guys got to have a nugget on them when they get here, right?
That is okay. So I'll hold it up. We're on camera right now. So it looks like a little bunny rabbit. Look, you see? So when you find something, has this been melted down or you found it like this?
No, that's how it came right out of the ground. Right
how
there.
excited.
Came out like a bunny rabbit.
Like a little gold bunny rabbit.
That's when you crack champagne, you find something like that, right?
There you go. That's
how
what
much
I'm talking
is
about.
this little piece of gold?
That's probably, nuggets are worth more, maybe 20 to, depending on the look of it, maybe even twice as much. So I'd say that one.
$1,500, $2,000.
Yeah, $1,500, maybe $2,000, maybe $2,500.
That is. Thank you guys so much for this. This was awesome.
It's so nice.
It's a little gift.
Frank, so Frank can feel it.
Frank, here you go.
$1,500.
Look at that. Oh,
isn't that amazing?
Seriously. It's funny. I'm looking at it in my hand. The excitement, I guess, then you hear that gold fever or whatever. And I guess, Jack, you caught that back in the 80s and when you tried to do this the first time when gold was spiked.
Well, and I did it by myself. I did take my kids up there, but and they had an experience of a lifetime. It's quite obvious it affected Todd. He wanted to go back, So it is a total different lifestyle. And everybody that's out there would be doing it.
Here's the deal. It didn't affect me as in... oh, this is so great, I want to go back.
It's cold, it's hard.
It affected me when you see your dad, that's his lifelong dream. And you see that, to be honest with you, it was a really hard time in our life. It was a hard time in my dad and mom's marriage. And when you take, your family's last bit of money and you sink it into something crazy like that, and you fail, basically that's what my dad felt like, that he failed all these years. And so at some point, I knew that if I could get a chance to go back and help my dad, make his dream come true, that I'd do it. And, what better thing can a son do than to try to, help his dad achieve his dream? So that's what, I don't want him to be
huge balls.
Freaking cheesy or anything, but this is really what's going on. And,
is that why you wore sunglasses, because you're getting ready to cry?
Yeah.
You tough guy.
I love it. So tender.
You're tough on the outside, you got that creamy filling, which is perfect. It's a perfect mix.
The thing is people, you have a dream and you see your dream different. But, and mine didn't turn out as great as I wanted it to at that time. I did get 100 ounces.
Okay.
But at that time...
Now, what's 100? Like, how much would that be?
That was like $40,000.
It was like $400 an ounce, so, back then.
Yeah, my goodness.
So it wasn't enough, and so we always thought, if gold ever goes up, we're going to try it again. And we actually are... two people that actually live our dream,
Yeah.
And
We are too. Look at this.
I know.
We're
you
just happy
guys,
as
man.
clams
You
sitting
guys
here,
are
man.
living the dream.
Most days I'm mining for bronze, but it's fine.
Look how
I'll
rough
take it.
this job is compared to your
Fool's gold right here.
You
Fool's
leave
gold.
the chairs they give us, these brand new like camel leather.
Frank, you and
know
I,
what?
pyrite.
I thought you'd at least have 2 microphones for me and Jack.
I thought so too. I was
Yeah.
like,
What's up? Where's your sound guy?
Jack was a surprise to us because he's like, oh yeah, and Jack's gonna be there too. And it's like,
Of course, yes.
awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
Jack's the real deal. I'm just, I'm a big punk, but everybody loves to see Jack. Really,
Yeah, how's your back doing? I mean, I know you had back problems.
Actually, right now it's doing pretty good.
Awesome.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
Oh, today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the episode where you had like all the things put right into your back, and they were like radio waves and burning nerves endings.
That is the most gruesome, painful thing I've ever gone through. But I'll tell you, when I was done, I walked out of there pain-free.
Yeah.
And it lasts for about a year. Mm-hmm. So it's wearing off.
Now, see, but you have your son and you have your crew. But would you ever just be able to stand and supervise and say, go right here, without really digging in and doing the work? Would that just kill you?
Actually, I like to do it, but we have so many things to do now that I basically have to do that. I'm down to the gold room,
Well, you got the human mustache. You got Thurber backing you up, right? Thurber and Jack are kind of a team. They do a lot of the gold cleaning and things like that. So
Now, how do you find the location for? I mean, do you get the hot tip where?
Dude, I have no idea. Have you not seen the show? That's the tricky part. You never know where the freaking gold is.
And then when you find something and you're like, oh, I don't think we can take this. This one's a Canadian. We can't. We're crossing the line. You're all of that. You got to move all your stuff. You found gold, and now you're like, oh, I don't think we can keep it.
Oh, we keep it.
Oh, you
yeah,
keep it?
yeah.
We've got it.
So here's the deal.
He goes, sorry, guys.
What we do is we drill. We try to drill first, and then you look at your samples and you say, okay, is that enough gold, to go and put the machines in there and spend all the money to actually rip the ground, because you're trying to get down to the last foot or two, but you may have to take 20 feet off the top, and it's ice. So it's a big investment. So you really got to. You got to know what you're doing, and
you didn't know what you were doing.
No, we don't know what we're doing.
Your first season,
That's the problem.
they had no idea what they were doing. That's what was so great about the show.
That's what's compelling.
They didn't know. Todd Hoffman, Jack Hoffman, hanging out with us from Gold Rush on Discovery Channel, and that first season, you didn't know what you were doing, and that's when, like I said, when I was looking at that gold nugget that you brought in, it's in my hand. It's that psychosis that comes over you. I mean, in that first season, you guys didn't find hardly any. I mean, as far as like, what did you get? 14, 18 ounces? What was it?
We wouldn't have found that.
It wasn't much. It was about 15 ounces.
If I hadn't just basically taken off on my own and found it. I knew where it was.
Yeah.
But everybody tries to mine systematically. That's the best way to mine. But when you're down to the last, few days and stuff, you do what you think is right.
That's when
Go
you
with
pulled
your
that
gut.
little vial that you had from the 1980s out, 15 ounces in it. You
Sprinkle,
said,
sprinkle.
Yeah.
Todd's panning down the creek, and you're like, I'm going to throw this in.
Yeah.
But we
wish.
found it.
We didn't have any gold. Let's get real here, okay?
Yeah.
Well, our country, we're in a little bit of in trouble here. $16 trillion is a kind of a number like you and I.
Can't even understand
We're trying to keep our light bill on and pay our $5 a gallon gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're trying to just live. So you look at your country, you look how much debt, you look at them printing more money. I think it's $40 billion a month, but you cannot debase gold. So when you actually dig that stuff up, you get down in there and you shut the water off. And I can't tell you what's going to happen this season. There's some crazy things that happen. But when you shut the water off and you see the gold, lining up across there in your sluice box, it's like there's something special about it. It's like you're leaving this system here that is kind of broken.
Yeah.
And you have taken and you're moving your family off of that system into another system, and that's gold. And that is a worldwide currency. You can't debase it. And when you actually dig up gold and you have it in your sluice box, man, there's something crazy about it.
Yeah.
It is
Do you feel pressure around the anniversaries or birthdays
Gold
or
fever.
Christmas from your wife? Like, hello, I know you can give me some jewelry. I know.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, oh, gold again, thanks. Like every year's a nugget.
My wife, you know what? We if a twister breaks out in the Yukon, okay?
Yeah.
You will know where it'll be. It'll be right in our little trailer park because we got a freaking trailer park in the middle of nowhere where our wives and kids all surround. The trailers all point at a trampoline. Okay. And there's like outdoor furniture, and things like that. So, our families are right there with us, living up there in a makeshift trailer park.
So, can you tell me one thing that happens in season 3 of Gold Rush on Discovery Channel? Does Dakota Fred fall in the glory hole and die? I hope.
Oh, they call it the glory hole. That is really bizarre.
I hope he dies on season 3. That is my hope.
I
don't care if you find any gold as far as he falls in the hole and dies.
Dude, no comment on Dakota Fred. No comment on Dakota.
Exactly.
Actually, I don't want anybody to die, but I wouldn't mind making them a speed bump.
Oh, jeez. I don't know if you can say that, Dad.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. It's Gold Rush on Discovery Channel. Be sure and check it out. When does the season 3 start?
Oh, this Friday.
This Friday. Yes.
It is a fascinating show. Yeah. No guts, no glory.
You guys are in LA. Got a busy day ahead of you. So thanks so much for stopping in.
Thanks for having us.
Anytime.
Guys. All right. Appreciate it.
And if we're up there, we'll stop by the mine.
You bet.
Jump on the trampoline.
Jump on the trampoline. Thanks so much. When we come back, we're going to be talking about.